Alright, what's up, man? So we can edit this, right? Anytime?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, today we're talking about confidence. Don came up with the idea of confidence. I like it. So we're going to do like a whole series kind of thing where... I'm in the frame, right?
You're in the frame.
Okay. So we're going to do a whole series of basically young men trying to not just make it, but live their purpose and live out their goals.
Yeah, so we feel, because, we're both young men in our 20s, we're trying to make it, that we would share what we're doing, our tools, tips, resources, tricks, anything we got to share with the world, primarily people in our shoes, young men trying to make it, and, see if that can benefit you. So, right now, we're in my apartment. My name's Dominic Schiavelli, 24 years old.
I'm Roger Holt, 23, about to be 24 in March. Yeah, guys, so we're just going to get into it. We're just going to get into it.
Yo,
So,
your birthday's in March?
Yep.
Yo, are you Pisces?
Yep.
Dude, me too, bro. My birthday's in March too.
When?
All right,
March what?
March 3rd.
Oh, shit.
What are you?
Apparently,
Dude, late
apparently
March?
we're crazy, though. Pisces.
Yeah, but Pisces are like super chill.
They are, but they're also
Yeah.
fucked in the head.
Well, I heard there's like two different kinds of Pisces. There's like chill Pisces,
Yeah.
and then there's those kinds of Pisces.
See, I feel like I'm in the middle.
You think about it? Were you
Yeah.
mid-March?
Yeah, mid-March. The middle makes sense, right? The middle of March.
Makes sense,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Rihanna's a Pisces and Justin Bieber. They're like, apparently we're like artistic. They're really like into
Yeah,
art.
creative,
Yeah.
emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
Yeah. It's good though, Pisces get along with a lot of people.
They do. And that goes along with confidence. So, honestly, when Dom said confidence for the first time, what I thought of is the motto I live by, and that's fuck it. See, I don't see myself as like confident. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I just don't care kind of thing. Like, I'm just going to do what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to do it. Like, I'm here by myself. This is my life. This is my world. If you don't like it, cool. If you like it, cool. Let's work together. If you don't, then hey, man, good luck in your endeavors, and cool. Like, it's just like, I just don't really care. I don't care. I just don't care about other people's opinions of me, especially if it's bad. Hopefully it's good. If it is bad, but it's actually relevant, it's actually true, then it's like, okay, they're right. Let me work on that. But when it comes to confidence for me, I've always, I guess, been a confident guy, sometimes on the verge of arrogant, my mom says, but it's just like, I need to believe in me. That's how I think about it. If I don't believe in me, who is? And even if people do believe in you and you don't believe in yourself, then it still doesn't matter.
No, that's really good, man. 'Cause I wanted to get into that because I think a lot of confidence, it stems from mentality. I like to think of confidence not necessarily as something that's just concrete and once you reach it, it's like permanent, but they say that courage, like that's something worthwhile where, courage is having that fear, but choosing to act anyway, despite, how terrifying doing something may be.
Right.
And then, like, confidence is really just consistent courage, if that makes sense.
I like that.
Yeah, but I want to ask you,
yeah.
man, because that seems like a solid mentality you have, this fuck it mentality, where you not caring about people's opinions.
Yeah.
How do you think you started to establish just that mentality, but general a mentality?
It's funny. I think my mom, like, ever since growing up, my mom's always like, listen, do what you want to do. Live life on your terms, just like she always instilled in me and my brother. She's like, stop listening to people, listen to her, but like, other people, she's just like, listen, do what you're going to do, live your life. And it kind of like got ingrained in me at a young age just to just do what I want to do.
All right.
Honestly, I got to give it to my mom. Shout out my mom, like, honestly. She was always like weird, and she was, weird. She was always a little nerd and geekish, and like, my mom's sort of like me, she doesn't give a fuck. She says whatever the fuck she wants, and I love that lady. She's everything to me. And she's always been like that, so I kind of like, I look up to her. I look the way she lived her life, and I kind of model myself around that. And yeah, my dad too. My dad, he's different, but he's sort of just like, fuck it too. He just says anything and does anything. And I kind of watched them as I was growing up, as all kids watch their parents. So I watched my parents, and I kind of molded myself after that. And it kind of, led to me being a little like rebellious and like my, growing up to them because of that. But, that's just I guess you could say a trait of the confident man or woman. Is that you're going to be a little rebellious because, you're in your ways. I'm set in my ways. I'm going to live life on my needs. And some people don't like that, and this.
Yeah.
There's like pros and cons of confidence.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons of confidence.
All right. No, I want to ask you that, but the only thing I want to add too is like that's awesome. Like it seems like you had some positive role models, in your parents.
What do you think made you confident, like in your life?
Well, I think, I think going off of that, and like I could say the same thing, is like I think when you surround yourself with positive influences, whether that be in people or environments, that will create a mentality,
Right.
That creates a good mentality. I think, my parents were more sheltered and like kind of afraid to take risks, so I had to like seek out, they're good people, of course.
Right.
Love my parents, love mom and dad.
Of course.
But I think where I found confidence was through sports, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I always grew up playing soccer, and I was always really bad at it for a while. I was really bad at it.
Yeah.
Because it was always something that was forced on me. But when I started to love it, like when I started watching in 2006 the World Cup, and I remember my mom pointed at David Beckham and was like, "That's your cousin's favorite player," and I just watched it and I just fell in love with it, and I was like, you know what, like I want to be awesome like those guys.
Right.
I want to be awesome, and like when I had that standard and I really said it to myself, like I really aspired and pushed to like be capable like those guys on TV.
Yeah.
And like for a while, like it was a lot of shame, like playing soccer and like being one of the worst kids, and like I got teased. But, that's anyone growing up. Everyone gets teased. But,
talk about how sports gives confidence. It gives you confidence. Talk about that.
Yeah.
That's great.
I think sports is such an easy example. I think.
Right.
And that it's good because you're doing something physical. Like you can see the results. So when you see physical progress and you see yourself going through it and pushing yourself to be capable to obtain that progress and results, then that's really powerful, I think. And I think you can replicate that. You don't have to be an athlete.
Sports. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to be an athlete, but
Yeah.
we both go to the gym. We both really prioritize physical fitness.
Right.
You can do that at the gym.
Right.
You can start being dedicated to fitness and like, once you see progress within yourself, whether it's in your looks or performance,
Exactly.
that starts to breed confidence, right?
Goal setting. I want to talk goal setting. See, it doesn't sports like Dom said. It's life, not just sports. When you set a goal and you accomplish the goal, you gain confidence from it. Obviously, say you're you create art. Say you're a painter and you make a painting. You're like, oh, I finished that. That was my goal, to have that painting done, and you did it. You get confidence from that. So really, it's just goal setting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sports is all about goal setting. Lifting is like, hey, I want to hit my 185 PR on the bench. You hit it, and you're like, yeah, I did it. Boom, and that ingrains that confidence, that natural core confidence in you.
That's important too. Goal setting.
Goal setting is huge.
That's such a an out there term, but you can't really reach progress if you're not working towards something. Like if you identify something that you're working towards and you see results and progress towards that destination, that will give you confidence. So it's good. You kind of have to know where you're going. Or having a dream of where you want to go.
It's very true.
So setting goals for yourself.
Yeah.
So what are some of your goals, you'd say, for you personally, in any kind of area of your life?
To help as many as possible, to free as many minds as possible.
Free as many minds?
Free as many minds
All right.
as possible.
That's deep.
That's my main goal in life. That's why I want to be an influencer. That's why, because I look at it as like, it's not about me. Who cares if I'm just confident or Dom's just confident? It's like, we need to make the world, or at least, people around us confident, as many people as we can confident, because really, it's not about us being confident. We're doing this for you, so if you're not confident, you can get there. And that's my goal. You say goal setting, and like, when people hit me up and they say, hey man, you really helped me out, you changed my life, that's my goal. Like, boom, that's one goal. I get it again, boom, second goal. And that's my goal in terms of my, my service. I don't like to say career, it's just my we all have a service here. That's my goal in terms of my service here. I want to be one of the biggest influencers in the world. And as far as me, I guess, I can get selfish right now. As far as me, in my bodybuilding, I want to create a very, very great physique. And when I say that, I mean, the golden physique, like a, small waistline, wide back, shredded.
Yeah, just that Greek god bod.
Yeah, basically just the Greek god bod, and see how far I can take my body. That's my personal goal, and my life goal is to really be the biggest lifestyle influencer the world's ever seen. What's yours?
I like that. Yeah, I'd say, and I think something powerful with that is like, it seems like you had a lot of short-term goals.
Yeah.
To kind of get that destination.
Right. You have to.
It's not enough to just have a long-term.
All right, go ahead.
But yeah,
Continue.
I'd say some goals for me is, going off of, fitness and lifestyle.
Right.
I'd say like.
You can start with like your personal goals and then like your career goals. How
Yeah,
you're gonna
yeah.
serve the world.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say I'm still like figuring out everything, because like you always have to revisit like what you really want because you don't want to end up going towards something you don't.
You don't want.
That might be a different like conversation.
Yeah.
See, I want to just say
Yeah.
this. I want to say this. Brick by brick. Like, I swear.
Yeah.
Dom just, I came in, he's like, yo, all right, listen, man, we're going to start this podcast. It's going to be a whole series.
Yeah.
And, dude, I was pumped for it. But a lot of times I've done this with people or myself. I'm like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But it's like, if you want to build something, guess what? You got to start from the ground up. It's brick by brick. Like Will Smith said,
It's true.
you want to build a brick wall, lay one brick at a time as well as you can lay that brick.
Yeah.
So it's like now, this video is about confidence. Now next video we'll do something else. The next video we'll do something. But for now, we're gonna say in the present moment, and we're gonna do confidence, and that's it. Because see, you guys and us, we get lost in this. We're trying to do it all, but when you're trying to do it all, you end up not doing shit. So.
Yeah.
And that's that's one thing I want you to take from this is this like focus on one thing. Dom, talk about what you said. You said
Yeah.
humans can't focus on multiple.
Exactly. It.
That's-
Just the way we're wired, we can't put we have to put all our focus in one thing to make that thing truly effective and blossom into something that's going to be meaningful and actually have quality behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Because and I agree with what you're saying. Especially when you want to improve all these areas in your life.
As you should.
Yeah,
As you
you
should.
should.
Right,
There's
right.
many different areas
Right.
that improve, but
Right.
it's not humanly possible to put all of your qualitative effort into many different things.
That's where you lose.
That's where you lose.
That's where you lose.
Yeah, so I'd say right now I'm focusing on I prioritize my health and everything. So just how life is, I got to do like focus on maybe one or two things. So I'm really focusing on my health, but more so on like my career and everything. Like trying to get it, trying to like, because I got my master's recently in higher education. So for the longest time I was job searching. I'm happy to say I did get a job recently. So
There you go.
yeah.
You, bro.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So job searching that's a whole beast in itself. But I was putting my focus in that for a while, and now that I've gotten there, I can say I'll put a little bit more focus into my personal health,
Right.
lifestyle, fitness, diet. Diet's huge.
Right.
Because I think those things are just like the root of all the kinds of other things. I feel like once you find the root of something that branches out into many things,
Right.
that can influence confidence in many different areas, right?
Right. I feel like
You know, with confidence, we can sit here and say, hey, from our background, go to the gym, build a nice physique, for starters, change your diet, eat right. But no, it's like, if you do something else other than the gym, dude, if you go to the gym and build a body, like you'll be confident probably, but like it's not what you want to do. You have to be confident in your shoes. And in order to be confident in your shoes, you have to set goals for you, not for anyone else. Like, yeah, for me, a great body built confidence, but for this guy or that girl, listen, that's not going to build confidence. That's just not how it works. We're all different. And see, that's where a lot of this self-help stuff gets fucked up, because we're not all the same. We don't live this, and we're all totally different. So really, you have to be self-aware and go inside yourself and figure out what you want. I can't sit here and say, I can say a lot of things. Like I said, eat right, nutrition, all that shit. But it's like that doesn't work for you, and that's awesome because we're two totally different people. So you got to find out, what makes you confident and what makes you feel good about yourself. And how you do that is, you like Dom, you figure out what you want in your life and who you want to be, and what you want to do is like for your life, and what your purpose is, and you start to do that. And from there, you build goals within that purpose, and you set a goal, conquer it. Set a goal, conquer it. Set a goal, conquer it. And I think that's the first step in finding your inner confidence and finding your confidence. That's the first step. But then you might say, okay, well, how do I find my purpose? And shit, that is a great question. But I actually wrote an Instagram post on this yesterday. I said basically, your purpose, it's right in front of you, but your mind gets clouded because you're doing all this other shit.
Yeah, you're right. It's like those things that you've been drawn to, like all your life. You know, you've been drawn to those for a reason.
Since you were a kid.
Yeah.
Since you were a kid, you've been either doing it or you've always wanted to do it. Like, where did that thought come from? You don't know. It's just it's been given to you. You see what I'm saying? So you just have to follow that. You literally just have to trust it and follow it. For example, my passion is fitness. Is aesthetics and I love creating art and I love bodybuilding. I love that. That's my true passion. Helping is my true passion. But I hated it when I was a kid. I used to bench press with my dad in the basement. Bro, he used to push me so hard. I used to cry, bro. I was like, nah, I can't do it anymore. Like, oh, and I hated it. He's like, let's go lift. I was like, no, I don't want to lift. But now look at me. I can't live without the gym. And, I used to always compete as a kid. I used to play sports and do all this. And I always loved competition. I love competition. And I love building the best me. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be the best at everything. But as I grew older, I lost myself. And I was like, what do I want to do? And I was looking at all this other stuff. I was like, oh, do I want to do clothes, fashion, this, that? And then I'm like, wait, I'm the most competitive motherfucker I know. Like,
I did not know this.
Yeah. I'm the most competitive person I know. And it's like, who am I going to compete against? Who can I compete against every day? Who? And I said, yourself.
Yourself. That's deep. Yeah.
And I looked at it, I'm like, me.
That's the best competition.
I took the best competition. Yeah. I took the gym and I use it to fuel me. I use it to fuel that fire that I have in me, that competitive just urge that I have in me every single day that I wake up, So, and that built my confidence, man. Just to go to the gym every day and build this body I've always thought I could build and, build my mind up and just really, I love self-mastery, man. That's my true passion is just building the best me, with everything. So that's...
I have to agree with you. I would have to agree that my passion too is like really making your best life, making the best of yourself.
Yeah.
And a lot of that involves discovering yourself too.
Yeah.
But what you're saying, man, I think you said something along the lines of like finding purpose and everything, and that's a huge conversation in itself as well. But when you say just striking all these goals, like meeting goal after goal, and that builds confidence.
Yeah.
And I think. I think you could really, put the word confidence and it could be synonymous with pride. I think pride is something that it's more pure, where the best way I describe it is that I've heard it described is that when you consistently hit the mark, whatever your mark is, right?
Yeah.
Then that's pride just comes within itself. So pride is standing tall, with humility.
Right.
But having that aspect of confidence, when you're living the life that you feel you're supposed to live.
Yeah.
The one that you feel you're supposed to live, you feel you're in the right shoes and you're getting results, you're performing. That's where confidence, true confidence, pride, really
the
really
core
evolve.
confidence. Because for a long time I had external confidence. I had confidence on the outside. I like to call it outer game, I guess you could say. I had I had the outer part of it, the external. I look good, dress good. I talk alpha, I guess you could say. I was bold, all that shit. I had good posture, and I was the guy in the room. But on the inside, I was lacking. I had no inner core. I had no core. It was nothing there. I just was all outside. But recently, I found my purpose, luckily, and by finding it, I've grown this inner confidence. And the funny thing about inner confidence is it has nothing to do with outer confidence.
It's true. There's plenty of people that look good that are insecure.
Insecure as
insecure.
Fuck, bro. Look at the girl in the gym. She's the hottest girl in the gym. You go up to her, she's like, I don't even love myself. And I just, I'm like, you're like, wait, what? Like, you were beautiful. And they're like, but I don't, my boyfriend just broke up with me and and you're like, wait, this doesn't make sense.
Yeah, there's plenty of guys like that too.
Guys like that.
all genders, but yeah.
All genders.
Yeah.
You're looking at these people and you're like, oh my, look, he's so confident, he's so arrogant. Bro, he's probably broken.
Yeah.
She's probably broken, because they're putting up a front. They're covering up. That's all really, a lot of external confidence is they're covering up that injured core, that lifeless core. They're covering it up with that's what I did. With haircuts and fucking, and Chelsea boots and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I covered it up because
material possessions.
Just lost on the inside, man. Yeah. But like purpose, man. Once you find that purpose, you get that. That's where I get the fucking attitude, because when you find purpose, nothing else matters.
That's awesome. Yeah, so I definitely have to say, go for however long you fucking want.
Yeah.
I figure like 30 minutes. Maybe.
Yeah, it'll be 30 minutes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so, all right, that's a great question, man.
Yeah.
What was it again? Ask it again.
Yeah. So, you going off the idea of asking yourself what are you good at in addition to what are you passionate about, what do you enjoy doing? Because you also have to evaluate what you're good at. What are your natural talents? Like what separates you in terms of being able to have that capability from someone else. So looking at how you said you found your purpose recently,
Right.
and that's like bodybuilding, physique,
Right.
and you said that you didn't enjoy doing that as a kid, right?
Right.
And you grew to like it. So I want to know more about like that story of how you grew to like it, and how you realized that was your purpose.
Right.
How you realized that's your life calling. Maybe not forever, but right now, like that's what feels. That's what your intuition is telling you that's what you need to pursue. So how did that come to fruition? Is what I'm asking.
You say, see, okay. I look at fitness and bodybuilding. Bodybuilding. The word bodybuilding.
All right.
Do you hear the word? Do you hear it?
Bodybuilding. Yeah. Sounds.
You're building your body.
Yep.
What's your body consist of? Fuck the muscles.
Water, right? Oh,
The mind.
the mind.
The mind. See, I love bodybuilding. I loved it. It made me look good. I got, friends from it, girls, all this shit. But when I figured out that this was a lot bigger than just my mind, my body and my muscles, when I figured out it was actually all about this thing up here, because I've always wanted to create the best me ever since I was a kid. Ever since I was a kid, I said, listen, I need to be the best.
That's
They said at they said at what? They said at what? I said, what do you mean at life? At everything.
Yeah.
And I always, when I was a kid, anything we do, anything I do, I wanted to be the best. Physically, mentally. So I got to this fitness thing, and like I said, it was all about the physical. But probably, as of last year, it turned into a mental thing. And it gave me another perspective on life. Like, when you fail, in the gym, when your muscles fail, they grow. I took this in life, and I took it in everything. When you fail more, you win more. In terms of everything. I got into pickup with women. Let me get back into the fuck I was saying. Alright. Damn, this camera's trying to limit me. Alright. So, I got into pickup. And it's picking up, talking to girls. I got into it and I was like, okay, what is this whole pickup thing? Because I wanted to learn to get with girls, man. I wasn't getting the results I was getting. So I was like, yo, I gotta win with this shit. I'm sick of losing when it comes to women. So what I realized with game is that simply it's just a battle of your mind. It's just getting out of your head and beating your own mind. In the gym, I was killing it, killing my body, making the best body. I was winning. But with women, I was losing. And it's funny because through game, I grew a whole new and better mindset. Because I went out and I got rejected. I failed. And I also won. But I only won because I failed. And I took this whole process and I just dedicated it, to my life, to making a better LaRosier. And I got obsessed with it, man. I got obsessed with the fact that I could legit build a better mind. Not just a better body, but a better mind as well. I started getting into yoga and Pilates and meditation, all this shit, just to build the best me. And then I started sharing on Instagram, and I started getting responses. Cause I was just putting it out there because it's what I love. I didn't do it because for validation or approval. I did it for me.
That's good.
And people started to get motivated by it and inspired. And I said, and it felt good and it felt right. It felt right. Life's a feeling process. It felt right. And from there, I just got this calling from it. I was like, this is what I'm supposed to do. Because I never knew what I was supposed to do, man. Growing up, I always struggled with that. I was like, damn, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? But really, it's what I've always wanted to do. Is just build the best me, man. And I've always thought that everyone wanted to do that, but then I figured out that everyone doesn't want to do that.
No, no.
That was such a realization to me, man. Like, such a realization that everyone doesn't care about self-mastery. Like, you know, me and you do, but most people, 98% of people don't. And that's fine. That's awesome. Like, live your purpose. That's not your purpose. It's awesome. This is my purpose. You know, it was self-mastery, and I figured it out, you know, from a young age.
No, it's true. Yeah, and whether you're passionate or not about self-mastery, I think it's important to have at least like a good amount of that aspect that you're practicing in daily life.
Right.
Yeah, but that's awesome. You know, I think, because self-mastery, I personally agree with it too. I think because it's one of my passions. But you know, the whole idea of self-growth and mastering yourself, you know, taming your mind, you know, really having that discipline upon yourself and forcing it. Yeah, of course it's not everyone's passion. And I heard a really good quote recently that I want to share, because I think it's something that you should be aware of that prevents chasing self-mastery, regardless if it's your one true passion or not.
Right.
But I think William Shakespeare said this, and he said, "The most powerful prison is the one that you don't realize that you're in." So that's something you gotta think about. But I want to thank you for sharing that. You know, that's deep stuff, and you know, I think realizing your purpose, it is something that it takes time. You know, I think a lot of our lives involve self-discovery, and I think if anyone was really able to see in front of them how much they don't know about themselves, they'd be shocked. Like, I think the entire span of your life is about realizing yourself. It could take a lifetime. Some people may not even find it
ever.
You know, realize themselves truly.
Yeah.
But you know, that's a good story that you have about just finding that purpose.
Let's wrap it up.
You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, I guess.
Keep talking. I don't want to stop you, but it's just, you know, it's about to be done. We got like 7 minutes left. We'll probably got like 2 now.
All right. But yeah, I suppose so far we could summarize right now that, you know, on this topic of confidence, that realizing what you're meant to do, realizing your purpose, is something that really breeds that.
That's it.
And I also wanted to say again, you know, because confidence is such a broad term.
Yeah.
But I think in a more healthy way it should be perceived as just consistent courage. You know, confidence it's not the peak of a mountain that once you reach it, you're there forever. But it's something that you need to maintain. And you can't, you know, it's not like you're going to be confident all the time. You're always going to have doubt. Doubt is something that's always going to appear within your mind, but confidence is just being able to successfully tame that doubt. You know? And that's what courage is. Courage is having that doubt but choosing to act anyway. So therefore, that's how I would describe confidence, is consistent courage, and courage winning that fight. So, and also what you said about failures too. Failure is definitely like an important ingredient in the recipe for finding success and making it, you know? But I think failure, a better way to perceive it, is just, it's necessary, it's a lesson. You know, that's what Nelson Mandela always said too, is that I never win. I'm sorry, I always win. He said, I never lose. I either win or learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's just what I
like that.
So
Consistent courage.
Consistent courage. You could tattoo that on you.
I like that a lot. Way to wrap it up. Huh?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So that was great, Dom. Shit, I don't got nothing else to say. So subscribe to the channel. This is the first of many. This is to start something great for sure.
First of many to come.
Dom Trevely, LaRosier Holt. Yeah. Dom doesn't have a channel yet. You have a channel?
No, I gotta get on this.
All right. Well, I have a channel. LaRosier Holt, me and Dom are doing this from now on. This is going to be, I don't know how often we're going to do it. We'll let you know. But if you got any, topics you want us to talk about, let us know. DM, email, Instagram, whatever. So, yeah. I hope you guys learned something here.
Yeah, I hope you guys learned something. Thanks for listening. And absolutely, if you want to hear us talk about something, we're really just ranting, sharing what our thoughts and perceptions are. But if you want to hear us talk about something, we'd be more than glad to listen and maybe talk about it on the show. So thanks for listening. Dom Trevely, LaRosier Holt, we're out.
That's it.
That's it.
Love it. Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty